Every Apex player has seen someone with a 4K damage badge and wondered how they pulled it off. For most of us, especially on console, it can feel impossible. Recoil control, aim assist, and slower controls can make every fight feel like a grind. But with Season 26's Wildcard Mode, getting that 4K badge is more achievable than ever. This guide, with a little help from one of my subscribers, will break down a clear step-by-step plan you can use in your next game. No PC talk, no confusion, just a straight shot to that awesome 4,000 damage badge. Wildcard Mode in Apex Legends is faster, crazier, and way more chaotic than normal Battle Royale. You've only got 30 players per lobby, which means fights kick off almost instantly. The zones close quicker, everyone has access to solid loot right from the start, and respawns are automatic as long as your team has someone alive. All of this creates the perfect storm for farming damage. Instead of waiting between fights like in standard BR, Wildcard keeps throwing enemies at you over and over, and that's exactly what you need if you're chasing 4,000 damage. Your drop is everything. If you land somewhere quiet, you're already setting yourself up for failure because you simply won't find enough damage opportunities. Kings Canyon Market is an incredible choice because it guarantees hot drops and has tons of angles to farm damage safely. The cage is another spot that draws squads non-stop and gives you vertical control to keep poking enemies from above. Even Skulltown is solid if you want fast-paced fights right from the start. The rule here is simple: land hot, fight early, and start stacking damage before anyone even thinks about rotating. Now let's talk weapons, because this is where console players either set themselves up for success or hold themselves back. The 4K badge isn't about flashy one-clips with an R99. It's about sustained damage, and that means spray weapons. Guns like the Spitfire, R301, and Rampage are absolute kings for this grind. They let you beam enemies at mid-range without needing pinpoint recoil control. Pair one of those with a solid long-range weapon like the 30-30 repeater or even a charge rifle, and you've got yourself a setup that can farm damage all game long. On console, consistency is more important, so lean into weapons that let you track and spray rather than relying on close-range fights. This is the biggest mistake I see players make when they're trying to get 4K. They think it's about wiping squads as fast as possible. But that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Instead, you need to farm damage. Here's what that looks like in practice. You crack someone's shield, you don't instantly thirst them. You back off, reposition, maybe let them heal, and then you crack them again. Every cycle causes more damage. If you down someone, don't immediately finish unless it's necessary. Poke at their teammates first. The more you draw fights out, the more your numbers climb. The 4K badge isn't about winning fast, it's about milking every fight for as much damage as possible. Of course, none of this matters if you're constantly in the respawn screen. Survival is what allows you to keep stacking damage. Use cover wisely, don't tunnel vision on one enemy, and remember that staying alive into the final circles is where you can rack up hundreds, sometimes even 1,000 extra damage. Think about it. If you're sitting at 2,500 damage mid-game, all you need is a couple more extended team fights in the last 2 rings to push yourself over the finish line. So treat your life like it's gold. Play aggressively, but play smart. Here's where console players can really get clever. Teammates are your best tool for farming damage, even if they're randoms. If your squad is aggressive, let them push first and use the chaos to poke enemies from safer angles. If your squad is passive, even better, because you can farm damage while they hang back and avoid wiping squads too quickly. And if you're playing with friends, tell them straight up, I'm going for 4K. That way, they'll let you farm fights instead of full sending and ending your damage opportunities early. Communication here makes a massive difference. When you make it to the endgame, this is where most 4K runs are won or lost. The key here is patience. Don't be the first squad to fully commit. Stay at mid-range, poke constantly, and let other squads trade with each other. Every time an enemy peeks, hit them. Every time a squad rotates, beam them. And here's the real trick. When you knock someone, don't just rush for the finish. Break their shields, let them crawl, and use their team as extra damage farming. It might sound a little greedy, but trust me, if you're sitting at 3,500 in the last ring,
That's how you hit 4,000 instead of coming up just short. One last thing. On console, movement is just as important as aim. You don't need to have cracked PC flick aim, you've got aim assist on your side. What you need is to master strafing, peeking in and out of cover, and making yourself a hard target while you're laying down damage. Smooth movement buys you time to land more bullets, and more bullets equal more damage. Keep it simple, keep it clean, and you'll notice your numbers skyrocketing. So there you go. That's the full roadmap for getting the 4K damage badge in Apex Legends Season 26 Wildcard Mode, even on console. Land hot, use the right weapons, farm damage instead of chasing kills, stay alive into the late game, and use every opportunity to milk fights for damage. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. And once you've got that badge, trust me, it feels incredible. If this breakdown helped, drop a like, subscribe for more console-focused Apex tips, and let me know in the comments how close you are to your first 4K badge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next match.